You guys, going live today, running a little bit late from a coaching session. So excited to have our guest speakers, Sandy and Wade, popping in here, who are going to be keynote speakers. Let me see if I can get Wade here on. They are going to be keynote speakers at our live event, September 29th, 30th, and October 1st. There they are. Hey guys, how are you? So sorry, my last coaching call ran late. You guys are amazing. So excited to have you here on the line. Can you hear me?
To be here. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So you guys, for those of you guys who do not know Sandy and Wade, they are amazing human beings that I was able to really connect with last year. I think it must have been around our LinkedIn coaching. You guys came in and learned the LinkedIn method. I see you guys over there crushing it. These guys are top leaders in their network marketing business, but they're also serial entrepreneurs with other ventures, other businesses as well. And you guys, what I love that you guys exude is your energy and your mindset. And I believe that that's truly made you the successful humans that you are today. Would you agree?
I think that goes
mindset
a long
is a
way.
big piece. Yeah.
100%.
Amongst 5 million other things. But the reason I bring this piece up is because these guys are really going to be speaking at our live event around this millionaire mindset that these guys have that's made them the serial entrepreneurs and successful humans and leaders. You guys are amazing leaders, and you turn other people into leaders and turn them into successful humans and entrepreneurs as well, right? And I know that that's something that's really, that you guys are really passionate about and you're going to be speaking about at our live event. But before we get there, we have you here now. So would you guys mind sharing just a little bit around, the mindset that's made the two of you so successful?
Yeah. Thank you for having us on. Always excited to connect with you, Melissa. Super excited to come to, let's see, remind me if it's in North or South Carolina.
It's in Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah.
We're going to make a whole Carolinas trip out of it. Like, we always love sharing, meeting new people, working, speaking, all the things. So we're really excited for that. Before we even get there, I think one thing I've realized is being an entrepreneur is not easy. It's fun, but it's really developing that mindset of an entrepreneur, which I had to work hard to develop. Sandy, I feel like, has been more of a serial entrepreneur her whole life, or had that kind of drive and mindset, like, I'm not going to work for anyone else, like, I'm going to work for me. I grew up like the corporate route, finance route, Wall Street route. Then all of a sudden I wanted to become an entrepreneur, and overnight, I actually got fired from my finance job because I was doing entrepreneurial things, and you technically can't do stuff outside of your finance job. They knew about it, but when investors found out, they're like, we need to fire you, you're fired. Like, and that's how much the rug can be pulled out from under you right away. So I remember I turned to Sandy, I'm like, now a full-time entrepreneur. I'm like, babe, what do I do all day? What do I do with myself? What do I do? Are you my boss? Like, tell me what to do. And she's like cracking up laughing. But long story short, it's been a work in progress to develop the mindset of an entrepreneur, because my employee mindset says, okay, I go to work, I get paid a pretty much fixed amount plus a bonus. I know what to expect. I know how much I have to put in not to get fired. I'm working for someone else's dream and their equity. I don't really have much upside. And I just go to work really to pay the bills and live my life. But work is something just as a justification to do all the other stuff outside. And so employee mindset is the more fixed, and is like, I know what to do. I'll work hard and climb the ladder, but I know where I'll generally be 5 years from now too. And our brains crave safety and security, right? And so that's why most of us go into this more employee role, and the world needs employees. There's nothing wrong with being an employee. I realized, and we realized, when we started to think about our life, we envisioned a life that we wanted, and what we were doing wouldn't get us there. So we had to become the entrepreneurs. But developing that entrepreneurial mindset, an entrepreneur, they aren't like excited to leave work on a summer Friday, because work is just, for an employee, a means to vacation, to the paycheck, to the whatever. For an entrepreneur, it's like, No, this is impact. This is creation. This is changing the world. This is duplicating leaders. This is becoming the best version of myself. And I have the equity, so I have a ton of upside potential. What I put into this, I'll get out of it. But all of a sudden, you got to work on developing yourself. You got to be willing to take risks. You got to grow yourself and be willing to put yourself out there and do what most people won't. And there's going to be a lag in your profitability and your, seeing the business grow and all the things. And you got to have faith and trust the process. So it's been a huge learning work in progress. But like in yourself with other entrepreneurs, your circle, your peer group, all the things is so huge. And I've learned mainly from Sandy, was my first mentor in entrepreneurship. I'm like, babe, what do I do? How do I do it? And she had already been an entrepreneur. But I don't know, how do you think about like mindset and businesses and all this stuff?
I think you have to work harder on growing yourself and building your belief than anything else. Like that needs to be the number one priority. I hear people all the time asking me like, okay, well, what's your social media strategy? Or how do you think about marketing or this or that? I'm like, we can talk about all that. But before we get to any of that, I want to know, what are you doing every single day to build your mindset, build your belief? What are your daily non-negotiables? Are you reading? Do you listen to podcasts? Like, what do you do to fill your mind with proof that it works for other people? Because you have to have that proof, like that social proof, and see other people killing it in network marketing, in entrepreneurship, in whatever, to believe that you are worthy and capable of doing it too. So I think building your belief and how you talk to yourself, affirmations, like all that type of stuff is so powerful and so crucial. And I taught all that to myself. Well, I didn't teach it to myself. My mentor taught it to me, but I know that it works because I went from someone that, didn't believe that she could really ever create anything to someone now that has really built several successful businesses. So I know so much of it lives up here. I always tell people this business lives between your ears. It lives in your head. So it's so crucial. Like, what you got to mind your mind. What are you doing every day to mind your mind?
So true. Oh my gosh. So true. It starts with what's between your ears. Always starts with what's between your ears. And you guys do an incredible job of coaching your team and those who come in to work with you. I mean, I see it like left and right. And you guys have this incredible journal. Do you want to talk about the journal too?
Yeah. And I think too, what I realized too is entrepreneurship, success in any really entrepreneurial endeavor. One, as an entrepreneur, you're a paid problem solver. You go and see, how can I solve people's problems in the world? And the size of the solution will be the size of your equity, your paycheck, your everything. And so it's really like entrepreneurship is leaving like this wake of success in your trail. Like you'll be successful when you help everyone else be successful in whatever industry that is. So for us, we created this 90-day habits journal because when Sandy started her business, she went, relatively fast. And when you do that, people start to ask you, right? And then we reach the top of our company and then everyone asks you, like, what'd you do? How'd you do it? And like Melissa, when you can start to organize and systematize, because it's one thing to be really impressive yourself and go be a great speaker and have a great network and be charismatic. But that won't last if you can't duplicate that. If you can't help other people achieve results and gain success, you're going to fizzle out or you always have to be there, the one working. And business ownership or businesses have systems and organizations. So we start to think about, what do we do every day? What do we do for our mindset? What do we do for our businesses? What are income producing activities? Like thinking about our post or thinking about listening to podcasts or even listening to a podcast is great for the mindset. But what's going to grow my business? Calling people, networking, meeting people, offering what I have to offer, like over and over, building my network, like building my connections, hiring a coach, going to the event, whatever. Like there are things that move your business forward. So what do we do every day? And we start to realize life works in 90-day cycles, seasons, right? Winter, spring, summer, fall. Business works in 90-day cycles. That's why businesses are run quarterly. And they have quarterly earnings, and all the big businesses are always checking quarterly. And we started realizing in our business, it worked in 90-day cycles. So we thought, what do we do every day? What if we just document it, put it into like a journal, and when people ask, just say, here it is. So we did that. We built it for ourselves, and we built it for our team. And we're in network marketing, but it's really an entrepreneur's journal. Like anyone who has anything to offer anyone, a service, a product, like could use it. And because it really focuses on mindset and the foundation. Why are you building this business? What are your dreams? What are your goals? Let's chunk it down. What's your network look like? Who can you connect with? And then there's 90 days of a daily method of operation, 20 minutes of mindset. What's your morning routine? What do you focus on? And then relationship building, follow up, those kind of more income producing activities. And then you reflect on the day. What were my wins for the day? Like, did I show up on social, on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all the different places? So it's really helped us. And because it helped us, we offered it to other people and it totally blew up. And we were like, oh my gosh, we got to build a brand and a whole company out of this. And so now we have like full-time employees and they kind of run it, but it's really something that's helped the direct selling network marketing space. And it's something we just love, offering and helping teams go on 90-day cycle sprints. And because if you focus on something every day and you start to track and measure what you're doing, you're either like, whoa, I know why I'm at where I'm at, whether it's a good or a bad place. It's like, look at my daily. So that's been an awesome tool for us. Something we love offering other people. Let's see, the website's 90dayhabits.co. But yeah, you guys can go check it out. It's a great tool for entrepreneurs.
So awesome. And it's so true. We were just having a discussion about this in a coaching call I was just getting off of with a client who's talking about, holding themselves accountable and how do you have a litmus test throughout the year to know that you're tracking, right? There has to be a methodology and a process to create the milestones and check in with yourself, or otherwise it's just a dream, right? It's just a dream. So I love this. I love that you guys are coming out to speak because you're serial entrepreneurs, like at the heart of what you do. And you guys have just the biggest hearts and you're serving so many and you're inspiring so many people. And I'm curious, from your perspective, I know we as a collective, all three of us are really passionate about investing in ourselves. I know we probably all have coaches right now, multiple coaches. I know I'm in multiple masterminds, right? And you guys are flying from coast to coast to come to this event. What is it about live events for you when it comes to like personal development? What's the difference between being at a live event versus being on a Zoom or watching us right now on an IGTV? Like, what's the most value for you for live events? Why do you guys go to live events?
I feel like we can both contribute to this. I think we all learned after 2020 and the pandemic and just being behind a screen. Like, I remember when people started gathering again, how special that was and just like cherishing a hug. Right? Like you can't embrace someone on the phone. Like you might feel good vibes, but there's no energy like being in person. And you never, it might not be about the speakers necessarily. It could be Melissa or someone in line in bathroom and having like say something that sticks. It's like this nugget that you're like, I meant that moment. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's about the networking. It's about the vibe. It's about the feeling. It's about investing in yourself. It's about leaders show up. Like, that's what it comes down to. It's like, it's so easy to just like sit behind the screen, but it's like, it's an investment in time, in money, in energy, in, coordinating the resources with your family, who's going to watch the kids, all the stuff to show up to something. But when you put a lot into it, you're going to get so much out of it. So it's kind of that exchange of like how much are you willing to invest? And then don't be surprised when back tenfold. That's kind of how I think of it.
I think it's the money investment. We all know, right? The transformations in the transaction, boom, and then time and energy investment. Like it's one thing if you get a course investing in yourself where you're sitting on your couch in your pajamas going through it at your leisure. That's one level. The next level, like imagine you pay for the event, you go to the event, you know it's going to be beneficial, you're going to be around people, but all of a sudden you have to fly there. You're kind of dressing maybe business casual. There's all this energy and intention put in. So when you're there, you're like, I've invested time, money, and energy in this. So you're almost like more bought in and you could hear the same thing you do on a free Tony Robbins live Zoom call where you're kind of while you do it, but you're going to hear it, it's going to hit you different. The energy, the frequency in which you're hearing the speakers and connecting with them is just, it hits so different live. And that's why you hear all the gurus, right? They're like, go to 1 to 2 personal development conferences a year minimum. Like, you need to be a junkie, always at the one, and you're never doing the actual work. But you do one year or more, and that's where a lot of the transformation happens. And it might be just one relationship. It might work 5 years from now. You do a deal with them or do business with them, and it totally opens up your whole world. typically you don't see it really right away. You feel the emotion and stuff. Where it's going to be the next 90 days after the event in your personal activity.
Mm-hmm.
Then a year from now, and that connection you made 2 years from now, 10 years from now, you never know.
Totally. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sandy. Yep.
But I really look forward to meeting in person. But even like how we met, I always think about that. Like I was telling Wade, like, man, I feel like I need to like take my LinkedIn to a level. Like I need to learn how to do LinkedIn now that I'm not in the corporate world. And then like a week later, I got an ad for the LinkedIn Academy. And then we go through the like now here we are. Like we never thought that would, you know, other than learning for ourselves, turn into something else. And now you and your whole network get to speak at your event. I so believe that your network is your network. And so you 100%. Have to invest in your network going up to things. So yeah.
I love that. I love that you said that. Two things I just want to piggyback on. I recently had a conversation with someone who watched me grow my business. My LinkedIn coaching business was nothing 3 years ago, and now it's a very big business. And she asked me, what did you do that I haven't done? Because she's launched a course and she's doing the things, right? And I'm like, you're not paying to play. You're not showing up. You're not going to the events. You're not networking. You're hiding behind a computer in your office. And you got to get out from behind your computer and you have to go to events. Like I truly believe like the masterminds I was in, the live events I went to in the middle of COVID are what propelled my business, because those networks connected me to the people who I was one introduction away from a completely different business. And so those quantum breakthroughs, Wade, I love what you said about, you know, the relationships. It's kind of like farming. It's like some of the seeds are planted and watered and they take off that week, that month. And then there's others, like I was a keynote speaker in West Palm this past year from a relationship from a live event 4 years ago, right? And so it's just a matter of we're all one introduction away from a completely different network that can completely change the face of your business. And that like human connection and hug and being present and seeing other people's breakthroughs can become your own breakthroughs is priceless. Well, I love and adore you guys. So excited to have you guys coming in to our live event and speaking. If you guys love Sandy and Wade and you want to see them live, and if you follow them and you're on the East Coast, maybe they're, you know, West Coasters and you can see them over on the East Coast, come to the live event. We're going to be diving into mindset. We're going to be doing a lot of inner work on the first day because like you guys alluded to, a lot of our success has to do with what we're nurturing between our ears. And then the second day, we're going to roll up our sleeves with, you know, business experts and really get into the tactical things that are working in 2022 to scale businesses online. So excited. You guys, really quickly, I know that you spoke to your journal, but where's the best place for people to find you if they're interested in your network marketing business, if they're interested in your journal? Where's the best place for them to contact you guys?
Great question. Probably Instagram and our website, right?
Yeah, I would say our Instagrams or our website. Yeah.
So Sandy's at Sandy Claus 7. She loves Christmas. So Sandy Claus, CLAS7. I'm Wellness with Wade here. And sandyandwade.com, SANDY and Andy, WADE.com has all of our stuff. We have a podcast, we have our journal, we have our network marketing business opportunity, we have all the things. So great place to connect. We look forward to connecting with you guys and hearing from you.
I'm excited to squeeze you in person.
Yes.
I know. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to give you guys a hug. And yeah, I mean, and we can end on this. I think that actually, I think I saw you say this earlier today, Wade, and it's so true. In a down economy, there's not a better time to jump into creating another revenue stream. So, you know, a lot of you guys, a lot of you that follow me are online service-based business coaches. Many of you aren't really in the direct sales arena, and there's no better time to jump in and build an additional income stream than right now. And the down economy is when network marketing businesses take off. And if you're looking for supreme leadership and systems, like you can't find better people than these two right here. So I just totally stand behind you guys. So looking forward to seeing you guys in a couple months.
Yay.
Yes.
Thank you for having us on.
Bye.
Yes, thank you. Sorry I was late.
All good.
Bye.
All right, bye guys.